fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's got with the outside of both of them. Maloney!
Oh, he's taken Anderson. Anderson's up to
Oh my God! Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's going to get rolled.
Second very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
That's massive. This is it. This is over. I can't believe this. Oh my God.
God, what?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the iRacing Grand Prix Series right here on Sim Speed. My name is JD Smith. With me tonight to call the action is Kane Kraft, and we also have Jay Kennedy in the director's chair. Want to welcome us. Thank you guys for having us here to fill in this week on this amazing Formula One series, the iRacing Grand Prix. This is my second week here, but it is week 10 in the series, and we're getting prepared for some great action here from Circuit de Barcelona in Spain. Kane, welcome to the race. How are you this wonderful day?
Man, it's been a good week, and to cap it off with some good Formula One racing, I'm looking forward to it. It's exciting. I've not covered the Formula Ones before, so forgive me if I make any missteps there, but otherwise, man, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be more or less like two fans out here calling the action. Let's take a little bit of a look at the circuit. We know Circuit de Barcelona. We've seen it before, been here, done that, and looking forward to some great racing today. 4.65 kilometers. That converts to 2.8 miles for you and me, Kane, here in the United States. And look at this legendary circuit. It's just it's a pride of Spain, and it's going to be a great track today. A very good flowing track. I don't think it's going to be too difficult for the guys today. That last chicane there, rack chicane, is going to be what they're going to have to worry about. But there are some passing opportunities here. We got 9 turns open back in 91. And this place, it's going to be a good race. Should be good for all the guys out here today. Just keep them clean, run, watch out for those DRS zones. Make sure you are able to maximize that drag reduction system and use it to your advantage.
Yeah, we got 2 DRS zones here at Barcelona, which could really increase the passing opportunities. These guys get a little extra boost through those DRS zones.
Absolutely. Right now, qualifying is underway as the guys try to get those tip-top spots on the starting grid for today's action right here. And let's get a look at what we have. We've got about a minute and a half left in qualifying, and it is Simone on top of the charts. He's got a time of 1:13.5 right now, looking at Kent Nielsen in the number 12 car, and he's got that one running. His previous lap is a 1:20, so he really needs to step up the pace if he wants to get up there near the top.
Yeah, looking at your team in the second spot so far, looks like on my sheet. Doing well so far. We know Jarl from the NASCAR stuff. Great driver, so I'm hoping for him to do well today.
Absolutely. Good onboard footage right now as we watch this yellow car right here getting his lap put in, and here he gets ready to come down. So Nielsen coming down towards the start-finish line, and his time will be, I believe it was a 1:14.9, and that puts Nielsen in 13th at the moment. So currently sitting 13th for the starting grid with 40 seconds left in qualifying. Most guys, I believe, have their times in. So let's take a look at the starting grid for tonight's race. And on the pole, it is going to be Tomas Simon and Jarl Taheen on the outside of row 1. Row 2 will be last week's winner, Oliver Stepanov for the Austrian. On the outside of row 2, it'll be Andreas Henkel. Had a great race last week as well for the German. As we move back to the third row, it'll be Filippo Grandi and Marcel Fassbender. As we move back to the fourth row on the starting grid, it is Jorge Martinez and Felipe Euro. As we move back to row 5, it is going to be Ruslan Sabitov and Mitchell Welker on the outside. In row 6, it'll be Nathan Graham on the inside, and on the outside, it will be Thomas Wick. And looking at our row 7, it's going to be the Canadian Kent Nielsen and the Brazilian Kleber Toffoli. Row 8 will be Adam Webb with Anthony Catt to the outside. In row 9, it is going to be Adam Cohn on the inside with the outside. The 17 car, the Philip Yates there for the Brit. All right, guys, that is your starting grid for tonight's race, and I should say today's race, depending on where you guys are in this beautiful globe we have. But it's a 12 o'clock noon start in the simulator for today's race. So that is what we're looking at as the guys get prepped for this race. As you guys know, just a few things to keep in mind. These guys have to run 2 different compounds in today's race. So we will be trying to keep an eye on who has what. And I believe it looks like most guys probably going to start on the medium tire, medium compound. And we'll see if how that goes when qualifying gets underway. So we'll keep you guys up to date as everybody gets in those spots.
I did just see a car pop in with the soft tires, so we could see a few drivers that start on the softs and switch to mediums. It could go either way. It looks like most will be starting on mediums, but I do see one there starting on softs, so that'll be an interesting strategy.
All right, so yeah, it looks like Anthony Cat is on soft, so he's going to go against the popular decision of starting with medium. So we'll see how Mr. Cat does during this event as the guys getting those revs ready and ready for those lights to light up here at Barcelona. So round 10 action of the NASCAR Grand Prix, or did I say iRacing Grand Prix? Forgive me, as I'm so used to calling our NASCAR series, but we're here for the iRacing Grand Prix Series, round 10 action. And we're ready to go, guys. Get those revs ready. And green flag racing, we're off here at Circuit de Barcelona. The race down into turn 1, so far so good. Everybody trying to get those inches for position. And a great run up the front stretch, a great side-by-side battle going on right here with Marcel Fassbender working on the inside right now, trying to make his move happen. Right behind him, it is Filippo Grandi as they battle for position. Great job. They're going to continue this race down into, look at the inside advantage here. A great run, but it's not enough. Look at this by Marcel Fassbender. He is able to get the pass.
Yeah, all that happened. We had a little incident at the back. Looks like those guys got going again. Probably going to be having to make a pit for some repairs to some fins and stuff like that, but so far everyone's going.
Absolutely up and away. We did forget to mention this is a 32 lap race, and the first lap underway right now. Most of the field looking very good, guys getting settled in right now. Saw that great pass by Fassbender there, and here's that chicane I was talking about, pre-race Kane. Look at the guys work their way through there. So far so good. Got to watch those curves. Don't want to get any cutting penalties. And we're going to go take a look at a replay right now. So get ready for that replay on your screen. Oh, and there's the contact right there, Kane. That was pretty significant contact. And that is Mitchell Welker and the 16 car rather. And wow, that is so unfortunate for the start of this one. Both guys going to have to get repairs done. Maybe the end of one of those cars' days. We'll see. Back out it is Simon leading the way here on lap 2 of 32. Got off to a great start from the pole. He continues to lead this field.
Over a second ahead of second place, so that's going to put Henkel out of DRS range.
Yeah, good point, Kane. You're going to want to stay within that second of the car in front to make sure you are able to use the drag reduction system. And that is obviously a huge burst. Helps you guys out with getting that drag down these long straightaways that they get the DRS zone available. All right, and I got to make sure we get some names up here so I know who these gentlemen are. I got so used to seeing paint schemes in my series, so I gotta get used to these gentlemen. I want to thank everybody once again for having us, stepping in to fill in for this great series.
Seriously, and too hard for Nathaniel Graham. Looked like he took a couple cars with him as he made that turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Martinez and Welcome's
okay.
contact. Sorry, Kane. Go right ahead, buddy.
All right, Simone out to almost a second and a half over Andreas Henkel. Henkel's having a pretty good battle there with Stepanov. Stepanov staying within that 1 second to keep DRS range. And then behind those guys, Jarl Tahin's fallen off quite a bit, 2.2 seconds off of Oliver Stepanov. So well out of DRS range for Jarl.
Yeah, Jarl Tahin there in the number 2 machine. You see it right now, currently in the 4th position, and we'll keep an eye on him. He had a good qualifying time, started up in the 2nd spot. He's fallen back just a little bit, but it's okay. We got a lot of racing left to do. No reasons to panic yet. Got to keep things smooth and work with the track, not so much the field. So right now, top 5 is Simon Henkel, Stepanov, Fassbender in 4th, and Tahin back to 5th, Kane. So he has fallen another spot. And we're going to get a replay. We had a little bit of a dive bomb action going on. We'll take a look at that here in just a moment as soon as we're able to get it up on your screen. Boy, getting some dirt kicked up there. So Fassbender down here working down on the inside. You see him in the black and yellow. Mercedes gets it right up in there. Beautiful pass. And that is going to be a big move there for Fassbender. He's running a remarkable race so far. We'll see if it continues.
Yeah, it's going to move Fassbender up into 4th place just behind Oliver Stepanov. He is 2.7 seconds behind Stepanov, so he'll have some serious catching up to do to get into that DRS range.
All right, guys, we're going to come back with another replay for you guys, another virtual racing school replay. You're looking at Nathan Graham there in the number 14 car as we watch him working on the outside, and has a problem, and is going to have to slow that bad boy down, and that is very unfortunate. So just got a black flag we're hearing from the director's seat, and that is very unfortunate. Hate to see that. Look at this side-by-side action right now. Great racing right now as we have side-by-side action going down. Can he make the outside work? Gets stuck out there. That's going to cost it. Good try, though. He's going to have to come back and try again, resettle in. Jarl Tahin you're on board with right now. And the number 2 machine. He started up there in 2nd, worked back to 5th. Now you're looking at on board with Filippo Grandi looking ahead. And he's currently in the 6th position as these guys do get settled in.
Felipe's definitely got some speed there. I think we'll see him catch back up to Jarl and try to put another move on him, but Jarl definitely holding on to that 5th spot for now. And Fassbender up ahead of those guys. Moving fast, too. He's taken over that position from Jarl Tahin and looking toward Stepanov up in 3rd. He's got 4 seconds behind him, though, so that's a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you see right there this onboard footage, a great display to show you guys coming onto the front stretch here at Barcelona, the DRS board on the left side of your screen down there. You can see where the activation zone is. And if you're, as long as you're within that 1 second, that's how you can use that for a passing opportunity. The race down into turn 1, we should see some passes there. And that is one great opportunity here at Circuit de Barcelona. The battle for 4th heating up is Fassbender, who has worked his way into a beautiful spot, leads the way of this pack. And then it's Jarl Tahin and Grandi, Euro, and Nielsen follow. And this is a nice little pack right now. At the moment, the guys are settled in. One thing, Kane, they got to be wary of, not burning up these tires too quick. You got a 32-lap race. Yes, they're going to switch for compounds later, but if you're on the mediums now, this car can take more, or this tire can take more abuse than the soft tires. So you got to be able to make this part count. You got to make these tires count without losing too much time, but you also don't want to burn up through them too fast. So hearing that Thomas Wieck's going to go to the hard compound tires, you see right there on the number 13 machine, and we see him currently running in the 16th position, and his game plan is going to have to change. Look at this. We got side-by-side action down here. Going to be a race down into turn 1, the right-hander, and look at this. Beautiful job there as he's able to make that happen, and this is immediately a 3-car battle. Felipe Euro is where we're looking on board. We're looking ahead. And he's got a great little run. Had to get on the brakes, though, unfortunately. He had a nice little run there.
Yeah, Jarltine able to come out on top of that battle, but he was seriously charged by Filippo Grandi, and surprised Filippo didn't get that done, but Jarl able to win that battle. It did cost him time though. Now 1.1 seconds behind Fassbender. That little battle there took him out of DRS range.
Yeah, that is a very good point, Kane, and we'll keep an eye on that as the race does continue. And right now, current rundown is Tomas Simon still leading the way. He has been your leader since the drop of the green flag and continues to do so. Andreas Henkel is holding it down in second place, has some company behind him as last week's winner, the Austrian Oliver Stepanov, and he is in third place. That is your podium position. Stepanov got a great run right now on Henkel. He's going to work down to the inside. A beautiful job in hand. He's got a car off track. Henkel is off track. And we're going to have to get another look at that to see what happened. He pushed just a little bit too far, and that caused major, major problems for Henkel.
AJ's going to get us a replay on that so we can see how much contact was made or if he just went wide to avoid. But definitely bad news for Andreas Henkel.
Now, I was calling this in the moment, and you're going to see, Henkel has got the second position down, and I don't know if he just got on. When I called it live, I thought that he just broke late. I wasn't sure, but I didn't see any contact. So, I don't know exactly what happened with Henkel, if he locked him up. Just not quite sure on that one, but that is very crucial there for Henkel. That's going to hurt him. He's down in 8th place listed at the moment, and we'll see if he can rebound a little bit of that back. He had a great race going up until that point.
Yeah, he's kind of driving like something's wrong with the car, like he's got an issue.
Fantastic.
Into the pits he goes, so if he had an issue, he's going to try to get it repaired here.
Sounds great. Oh, he's got what they call the meatball flag, ladies and gentlemen, and that is not good at all. And
it could be serious damage, or it could be as little as a flat tire. So whatever it is, it's forcing him to the pits for repairs.
Yeah, that is automatically sent to the pits. So, or not automatically, but you have to go to the pits with that flag. It is a must. All right, so taking a look back at some of the other action on the track right now. Jarl Taheen in 4th. He's trying to get up there with Marcel Fassbender, and Fassbender has worked a remarkable run. He is now in a podium position up there in P3, and he's got really good pace at the moment. Had a good little battle for the moment with Jarl, and here comes Taheen now. He's going to try to get back up there and try to get up in this 3rd spot. Got a decent little run through the last section and has got him within DRS zone. Behind him, it is Filippo Grandi, and Grandi is sitting right now in the 5th position, or 4th, rather. I was correct, 5th, sorry. Sometimes I get it backwards if my timing gets off. And here comes a good race as we come down the front stretch here. It's a race down into turn 1. And you see Fassbender working on the inside now, and this is a great... Simon is around. That's our leader, and let's find out exactly what's going on with Simon, Kane.
Yeah, definitely a lot of spots now, down into 7th spot. So an issue for Simon has sent him around. We got a replay up on screen now, watching him as he comes through the turn. He just loses the rear end, steps it out, and into the gravel trap he goes. He's able to get out of the gravel pretty easily, but not without losing a lot of time. That takes him all the way down to 7th.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is huge for our pole sitter, Tomas Simon. And so unfortunate. Simon had such tremendous pace, and we'll see how he does rebound. It is not over for Simon. He is got 32 laps to work. We are already 10 in, so that gives him about 22 laps to make something happen. So hopefully he can regather himself, compose, and we'll keep our eye on Tomas as the race continues. Look at this battle right now. Got about a 4 or 5 car train at the moment, and there you see back another view at Tomas. But this is a really good race down the front stretch here. And look at this, going to go down to the inside. Jarl going to make a move on Fassbender and makes an easy pass. Makes it look easy, rather, anyways. and he's going to continue to hold it down. Beautiful job there to make it around Fassbender. That was gorgeous. Fassbender might be able to get a retribution here in just a moment, Kane. He is staying within striking distance, and he just has to get into it, wait for the next pass. And, got a car, looked like it might have got a little loose there and lost some traction, but did not lose much time.
Yeah, I was wondering if Grande was going to get up there and try to get a piece of Fassbender as well, and he just didn't have it. Fassbender able to pull away a little bit from Grande. I think Fassbender's got his sights set back on Jarl Tain, and he's going to try to stay in that DRS range and try to get him back.
One thing, Kane, that really blows my mind about this is just the speed that these guys are able to carry through these corners. It is phenomenal for somebody that's not used to calling the F1 series or the Grand Prix series. It's just remarkable what these cars can do, and these drivers, they have to stay so focused at all time. And we've seen what happens if they're not able to keep that focus. Just for a split second, it can cause just detrimental results. And so it's really fun to watch these guys and just what the capabilities of their talent. It's really remarkable.
Going to take just a second, since we don't have serious action on screen right now, to answer a question we got in YouTube. Is this race joinable? This is an iRacing official series. This particular is the open series where all the setups are open. They can adjust their cars and whatnot. This series runs every other hour on the iRacing service. So if you want to race with these guys, they'll be probably racing again in 2 hours, and you can give it a shot. On the off hour that these guys ain't racing, they're racing the same class but with fixed setups, a setup that iRacing has determined is suitable. Every single car has the same setup, and that is run on the off hour of what these guys run.
Beautiful camera angle right here to show this line of cars making it through this tricky section of Barcelona. And Jay, thanks for providing amazing cameras for us here today to give us the action. Look at the cars with the DRS involved right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars all able to use the DRS. The lead car obviously not able to do so. And here we go, guys. Got a car in pit road. That is Anthony Catt in the number 10 machine. And he's going to move over to his next compound.
Yeah, that's the one driver that I noticed that started on softs. He's already having to move to medium. So those softs not lasting too long.
No, they don't, Kane. They don't last that long at all. That's why I was saying a little earlier in the race, use the medium compound. You're going to be driving the majority of the race on the medium compound, so you got to use it to your advantage. And what's bad about what Anthony Catt did is, I mean, it's not a bad call, but I'm just saying now he's going to be on the medium tires, whereas the rest of the field, they're going to be going into the pits in a little bit, and they're going to switch to the soft, which give you more speed. So it's just all in strategy, but just keep that in mind.
We just seen on screen just a few seconds ago those cones we heard about pre-race, that when the drivers hit these cones, it can not only damage their front wing, but it can cause damage to the rear of the car, what they call the floor of the car as well, and could send those guys to the pits for repairs.
Absolutely. Just got a graphic on the screen showing you that the track temperature right now, 108 degrees Fahrenheit. So a very hot track temp for these guys, and that'll make those tires a little sticky.
Up at the front of the race, Oliver stepping off, still holding on to that lead. Jarl Tain 6 seconds back. Fassbender behind Jarl is just barely staying within that DRS range to try to give Jarl Tain a run for his money. But Filippo Grande right behind him as well. So that's going to be a pretty hot battle between Grande and Fassbender heating up as these laps tick away.
Oliver stepping off the Austrian, and last week's winner is listed in the lead at the moment. And behind him it is the number 2 car, that is Jarl Tain, and then behind him is the train of cars that we've kind of kept a good eye on. Marcel Fassbender there is currently in the 3rd position, the number 6 car. Behind him it is Filippo Grande, and he has got Felipe Euro right behind him. And this could be a great run here. Obviously, going to go down into turn one. We've seen lots of passing here in turn one here today, and I think the trend will continue. Unable to do so there, but it does tighten up this battle a little bit with Euro and Grandi, and they'll continue it out. Behind these guys, it is Kent Nielsen in the 6th position and Tomas Simon in 7th. Remember, Tomas was your pole sitter, and it's going to be fun to see how he's able to work his way through this field as we continue on.
On that replay, we've seen, who is that? Cohen? What did he do? Hit a bump pad or something? Tore up his car? I didn't see what. I just seen parts go flying.
Yeah, the curb got him, Kane, I believe. And curbs and these open wheel cars do not mix. So Tomas Simon on the tail end right now of trying to make up some of these lost positions. He's got Kent Nielsen to deal with right now in the number 12 car. And at the moment, Kent Nielsen holding his own very well. He's got his sights on Euro ahead of him.
On board with Simone as he's trying to make his way back up through the field after that incident where he just lost his car, and it took him back to 7th. He's still in 7th, unable to gain any of those positions back so far.
Yeah, great onboard footage right now. Gives you a great sense of the undulation of this track, which is not very, it's not really big difference, but it's more than you think. So when you look at it from the TV cameras, it looks like it's extremely flat. And it just gives you a sense of what the guys are dealing with as you see Adam Webb there in the pits. Here's side-by-side action right now as, look at this, Yates going to fall to Toffoli, I believe, as the 19 car going to move up into the 9th position. Yeah, we're going to take another look, guys, at the virtual racing school replay here of this pass, and you see it. We've talked about this before. Anytime you're coming out of a long straightaway, one car has the DRS and the other one doesn't. You see the advantage they get, and he works it to perfection. Comes down in, and he didn't have it guaranteed there. He had to work it through 3 turns, and on the 3rd turn, he gets the pass completed beautifully. Great job there. Oh, we got a car headed down pit road. So here we go. That is Kent Nielsen, guys. He is headed down pit road. So it is time for Kent to get his tires changed, and we'll see if it's only tire change for Kent. I believe it will be. Look at this side-by-side battle right now. That's Fassbender right now, and he is able to hold it there as he has Grandi behind him. And that was a great opportunity there for Grandi, unfortunately not able to capitalize.
Don't forget to keep an eye on Thomas Wick as he pitted early and went on to the hard tire. So he's not got to make any other pit stops this race. He's down in looks like 13th, 15th spot.
15th. Yeah,
and
15th.
He's don't have to stop no more. So we'll see if he's able to gain some positions off of that strategy.
Jorge Martinez also heading out of pit road right now. So have a wing change there as he is heading off pit road.
Yeah, that's going to cost him some time. It takes him quite a bit of time to change those front wings out. So he must have made some contact at some point to destroy that front wing.
It does, Kane, but at the same time, when you have a damaged front wing, the time lost on track is so tremendous that it does make it worth it. If you have to, you need to change that front wing. We're going to have a good passing opportunity right here, guys, headed down this long straightaway here as we get down into the right-hander. Let's see if that's going to be an easy pass. At least makes it look easy to get around Fassbender there, as Filippo Grandi is up into the 3rd position. He started 5th on the grid today, guys, working a great race as he's in a podium position. Also now, Felipe Euro heading off pit road. He'll switch to the soft compound tire. And there is Tomas Simon, your pole sitter on the softs. Very interested to see how Simon does with the soft compound. He comes out right behind Kent Nielsen, which is how they went in. So the times were that close in the pit stalls. We'll see if Simon can make this happen. In the meantime, here's a passing opportunity going on your screen. Great onboard footage of the battle, and unable to make the pass for now as you see some grass kicking up there. Great onboard footage to show you a tire getting in the grass and it kicking it back to the driver behind. Man, iRacing does a great job with the particles.
Yeah, they have come so far, and man, this track is beautiful. They have done such a great job on this track.
They really have, Kane. It's come so far, and it really shows things that we didn't see modeled years ago, and it's just fun to see that. Kent Nielsen is working it right now. His eyes have got to be in the rearview mirror some, as Tomas Simon is right there waiting to pounce and make his move. Remember, we got to Grandi and Fassbender in the pits, guys, and Kleber to Foley as well. So that is your pit action right now, and we'll see these guys get their tires switched out.
I'm wondering at the top two, Oliver Stepanoff and Jarl Teen, if Jarls might try the undercut to try to see if he can gain some of that time back. 5.3 seconds behind. He's got to do something to try to make up that time if he wants to.
Here comes Simon, going to try to make a pass. He'll do so. Or no, he doesn't. Gets into the back of... look at this, going to go side by side with Fassbender right now, but that was so close as Tomas Simon and Kent Nielsen all battling it out. Nielsen with a little contact, and luckily everybody seems to be okay. Don't know if there was any wing damage done on that contact. We'll see the performance of Nielsen as the race continues. But I thought for a moment that Tomas was going to get the pass there, but a great job to hold the position for Nielsen, just unfortunately with some contact. Fassbender also was right there in the action. All right, guys, we're going to have a replay up on your screen right now, looking at Toffoli and Kleber. And you see it right now. Oh, he just loses it. Kleber Toffoli loses it up into the wall. That's pretty significant there. Looked like the car may have some very significant damage, so we'll see what happens. Philip Yates in the 17 car headed down into the team stall as he gets changes done, and he'll switch out tire compounds. Oh, look at this, guys. Simon in contact with Nielsen, and he is up into the wall. Kent Nielsen, very unfortunate. We saw contact just a little bit earlier, and it's going to continue here, Kane. That is not good for Kent Nielsen.
Yeah, it looks like he's stuck in the gravel trap and unable to move. He's going to call a tow truck, and that's going to put him way behind, out of contention.
And right now, we're going to get a virtual racing school replay here right now, guys. You see Simon on the outside, and the tires make contact. That sends Nielsen around into the gravel trap, into the wall. He'll have to use the virtual tow, and that is pretty much going to end his race as far as any competitiveness goes. And
it looked like he just
for
didn't
that
see
replay.
Simone there and just turned in on him, and it just caught him right on the inside tires and sent him loose.
Jarl Taheen headed down pit road, guys. You see it right there. It's time for him to switch out his compound. And we have 12 laps to go in this race, guys. So we are just about a third left of this race. And we have another car on the exit of pit road right now. That is Jarl Taheen. And you see him. He was third place. I think he's still in third place. We'll see where he folds out after he rejoins here. And we'll see where it cycles out. Look at the battle for second right now with Jarl Taheen and Grandi. And you see this train of cars right now going on at the moment. And that is, got a car locking some tires up there. That not too bad, could have been worse.
Yeah, so Grandi has pit, and Jarl went in second and came out. Now he's in third. And both drivers have pit, so that is an official...
Big story here, Kane. Oliver Stepanoff headed down pit road, so the race leader is making his big change here. We'll see if the Austrian can get a quick pit stop, no troubles. This is a big stop for Oliver. And apparently Kent Nielsen with the interaction earlier, not happy with Tomas Simon as he stresses his displeasure with the contact that it pretty much ended his race competitively.
Well, I think he should watch the replay, and he might want to accept some of that, but I don't know.
I will let the court of public opinion solve that one. I'm not going to be the jury or judge in that case. Just one of those unfortunate events that it happens to guys out there racing hard for position, and we'll let the court of public opinion settle that one. Just unfortunate to see anybody's race get cut.
anytime you got cars on the track racing, every once in a while, there's going to be a wreck. And
Oh, it's
sometimes you're
yeah.
the receiver and sometimes you're the giver.
Well, and the honest truth is, Kane, you never are happy about causing an incident, and anytime you do, you feel bad about it. And sometimes when you're the one that is getting on the receiving end, boy, does it make you red hot. You think about just having road rage when you drive, but think about when you're racing, it's 10 times as high. And these cars are so fast and so intricate that the tiniest of contact can cause just tremendous results. So it is what it is. It's part of the beast.
All right, so after pit stops, Oliver Stepanoff has lost about half of the lead that he had before pit stops. He was about 6 seconds ahead. Now he's about 3. Um, Filippo Grandi after pit stops, came out just barely ahead of Jarl Taheen, who had been in second. Now Jarl Taheen, well out of DRS range, 2.5 seconds behind Filippo Grandi. So pit stops really made a huge impact on the front of this race.
Yeah, guys putting some blistering lap times down right now as most of the field on the soft compound tire. You see those red stripes on the tires? That is the soft compound tire. You see the Austrian on camera right now. Oliver stepping off behind him, Filippo Grandi, and then Jarl Taheen. That is your podium currently running, and that is what we look at with 10 laps to go in this one, Kane. We are getting near the end of this thing. This thing's getting on the final stretch here, and this is all important, very important time in the race. There you see Tomas Simon. He's moved himself up to 5th position after falling back to 8th earlier in the race. He's going to come down here the front stretch with the DRS open. Unfortunately for Tomas, the car in front of him has it open as well. So no advantage for Tomas coming down the front stretch there, but he's got 9 laps to make it happen. Can he get back up some of that he's lost? He's up to 5th. We'll see if it continues. Look at the battle right now with Marquez and Adam Cohn. And this is a great one. This is going to be a big one. He's going to have a great passing opportunity down into turn 1. He looks down to the inside, and let's see if he can make it stick. Got to be careful here. Gets on the curbs beautifully. Oh, a car is lost. Oh, that is the end of his day for sure. Hard contact with the inside retaining wall. Here comes another battle. A great run down on the inside. The car's going to go side to side. Watch for contact here, boys, as that is Sabidov and Kat rolling it down here. And the battle for 8th continues, and unfortunately was not able to make the pass happen there. He's going to try it again here. Looks to the inside. Don't know if he has enough. Can it stick? Beautifully done. He has it. Great onboard footage, but it's not going to stick. I thought it was, and it will not do so. He's going to have to try again. What a great battle going on right now for 8th place.
Man, Anthony Cat has done a heck of a job staying in front of such a hard-charging Sabinoff.
Yeah, and remember, they're on the soft compound tire, so they're putting blistering pace here. Great run down the front stretch. The DRS should eat him up here, and I believe it will do so. The DRS advantage will pay off, as it should be an easy pass, and that will stick. That is one thing, Kane, these guys got to remember. You know, these are all on the soft compound tire except for, I think, one, and these tires, you can chew them up very fast if you press really hard. So you have to make your passing opportunities count and make the pass as quickly and as efficiently as possible, not to chew up these soft compound tires. You eat them up, the last 2 or 3 laps will be just miserable if you chew them up.
Speaking of chewed up tires, Thomas Wick, the guy who quickly went on to hard
Wick.
tires. Oh, yeah, Vic, that's right. He is in 12th, so not a horrible strategy. He's been working his way up the line as these guys have pit.
Yeah, absolutely great point, Kane. And we'll, something to watch as we continue with 7 to go. Might as well go ahead and say 6 to go. It's about to be that point. And just remarkable what we're seeing. Look at this, down in turn 1, you see Euro and Tomas Simon. Simon up to 4th place. And he's got great pace, man. Tomas Simon, he is really blistering right now.
Going onto those soft tires has really helped him out a lot. has just been flying.
Well, it's obvious that, oh, and look at this. Marcel Fassbender off into the gravel trap. That is huge. That's going to cost Fassbender just so much time.
Yeah, and he was having such a good race, so that's really big.
Yeah, taking a look at the VRS replay right now, guys, to see what happened with Fassbender. Locked him up there and sent him into the gravel trap. Had to do that, though, to avoid the car in front of him, so he did what he had to. And you see the car behind him there, it locked it up. So let's take a look at the gap for the front here, Kane. It is closing very fast. Stepanoff has got to be feeling some heat here, as Grandi is almost within 2 seconds of our leader.
Yeah, and Jarl Taheen, he's knocked a whole second off of his gap to Filippo Grandi. So we could see this really heating up at the front.
Yeah, looking at 5 to go next time by, and this race has got so much more to give us. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Stay right here with us and watch the conclusion of this epic race here in the iRacing Grand Prix from Circuit de Catalunya, Barcelona. What a great track. Look at this. Got a chance for a pass there from that purple machine. The, Adam Webb, I believe. I don't want to mess his name up. Yep, Adam Webb. Sorry, Adam. And great run with these fellas.
Just behind Adam Webb is Anthony Catt. If you remember, Anthony Catt is the only driver that started on softs, then switched over to mediums, and is finishing out this race on his medium tire.
Absolutely, and we're taking a look at the VRS replay right now, guys, watching the replay of this. And that was Sabadoff going past Webb there. What we're hearing from the Race Central. Anthony Catt there in the number 10 machine, the Brit working hard here. And you see he started in 16th, Kane, up into 9th place. He has worked very hard today to get what he's gotten. You know, we talk about qualifying all the time, but when you start 16th on the grid and you work your way up to 9, you've done a pretty good day. Look at this. Yeah. The lead gap is now to a 1.5 seconds and closing as Grande is working his heart out trying to get up here and fight with Stepanoff. Stepanoff won last week's race at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, and he would love to win back-to-back weeks, but I don't know. It's going to be close as here comes Grandi. One thing to consider as well, Stepanoff may be trying to, he knows he has a nice little lead, and he may be trying to baby those tires to use them up at the last 2 laps. So we'll see. We'd like to think that if you're on the Stepanoff fan camp, you're hoping that's what's happening. If not, then Grandi is just working beautifully.
Grandi 0.3 faster last lap. Not this lap, though. Oliver Stepanoff stepped it up. Equal lap time as Filippo Grandi.
Yeah, like I said, we're looking at 4 to go now, and sometimes it makes you wonder, are they pressing as hard as they can, or are they just trying to be smooth? Be careful, no mistakes. You got a nice little lead, and you want to, oh, we got a car looked like it was a little loose there for a second. Might have just been me. Caught it in the corner of my eye. Yeah, definitely it was loose. Jarl Taheen, you see him right now in third place. Started in 2nd place, and he loves being on the podium, but he would love to get up there and fight for this thing. Oh, man, there's a replay of him. He got a little bit of a tire off into the dirt in the grass, and getting back on the pavement caused him to get loose. And we are back live right now, taking a look at that gap difference between Stepanoff and Grandi, and it is a 1.5 seconds, just under now, as we'll see as we are looking at 4 to go. It'll be 3 to go here in just a second. It is. So 3 laps to go. It's still right at a 1.5 seconds. And if Grande wants to do this, he needs to get up there pretty fast, because not only if he closes the gap, Kane, he's got to be able to make the pass. And sometimes it can take a lap to make that pass. So He's got to get up there pretty quick if he wants to make this happen.
Another thing worth mentioning is Simone is just a touch outside of DRS range on Jarltien, and he's going to get inside that DRS range, so Jarltien's going to have a battle.
And Webb and Sabidov are going at it right now, battling hard for 7th place, and just not able to conclude the pass at the moment. He's going to stay in there, keep the nose to the grind, and try to make it happen. Great racing really going on all over the track, guys. And here's another look at these gentlemen on the replay. And you see him right now. He's going to the outside to make it, or the inside rather. And you see it right there, beautifully done. So here we are. You heard Kane talk about it just a moment ago. Simon trying to get in DRS range. And does he get it there, guys?
It is.
He does. The wing is open. You see it right there on your screen. And this is big. Simone using the DRS. Can it close that gap? Yes, it does. Really good, too.
Entirely close the gap.
I mean, that just shows you the advantage DRS has when you are able to use it and your opponent cannot. That is what makes it so critical. Boy, he really closed the gap, and Simone would love to at least get back on the podium. He sat on the pole, and he fell all the way back to 8th place at one point. He would love to get back in this podium, and that is exactly what he's fighting for right now, guys.
Yeah, he's right there, and he will get DRS again, so Jarltien's in trouble.
Yeah, 2 laps to go in this one. While we're talking and watching the action, the race is running out of time. Things have got to happen in a hurry. And here we are, going to be looking at the white flag next time by. And these guys have got to make every single turn count. They've got to get every millisecond they can out of these cars if they want to make up some of these gaps. It is a very good race. Lots of big action all the way around the track. But like I said, white flag is about to wave. There it is, white flag in the air. Final lap of the race. Stepanoff leads the way. He's got a 2.3 second lead over Grandi. He has kind of put that to rest, which makes me think, Kane, he did save those tires for the last couple laps, and that may pay off beautifully for the Austrian. Looking on the battle with our Tomas Simon, and he is trying to get that podium spot from Jarl Taheen here. Can he get it done on the final lap? Don't know. He's going to have to press it with everything he's got. And here he is giving it everything he has, but the number 2 machine of Jarl Taheen holding on tight. Absolutely beautiful here on the final lap, guys. Can they get it done? Stepanoff has continued to hold his 2-second lead, and he is sailing beautifully on to possibly get the race win here. And you see right there the battle for 7th with Webb, Sabidov, and then back a little bit further is Cat. And let's take a look at our leader here, guys. Can he do it? It is going to happen for Oliver Stepanoff as he heads down for the final time. It looks like he's going to win from Barcelona. Beautiful job for Stepanoff. Filippo Grandi gets the 2nd step on the podium, and Jarl Taheen able to hold off Tomas Simon to get the final step on the podium as we finish up here at Circuit de Barcelona. Let me tell you right now, the battle for 7th is going to continue all the way down to the checkered flag, and it is Webb running right now. It looks like he may have this in the bag, and he does, able to hold on. A good press, though, right at the end there, and that is going to be the end of their race. Here comes the battle for 10th, as well as Yates and Cohn going to take it down to the checkered flag. Looks like Yates going to be able to hold on to that as well. What a race here from Barcelona, Kane. Week 10 action of the iRacing Grand Prix. And let's take a look at our final results here from Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. In the winners row today, it's going to be Oliver Stepanoff. A wonderful race as he wins 2 weeks in a row. In the 2nd step on the podium, it'll go to Filippo Grandi, and then the final step goes to Jarl Taheen, finishing in 3rd. What a great job for Jarl. As we move back 4th through 10th, it is Tomas Simon, your pole sitter, going to finish up in 4th with Filippo Euro finishing in 5th. What a race Felipe had. He really was pressing hard at several times, but top 5 doesn't do him enough justice for the great race he ran today. Marcel Fassbinder finishing in 6th place for the German. Adam Webb going to finish in 7th for the Brit. And Ruslan Savidov will finish in 8th. In 9th, it'll go to Anthony Cat and Philippe Yats in 10th. As we move back to the 11th spot, it'll go to Adam Cohn with Thomas Wieck in 12th. Kleber Toffoli going to finish in 13th with Nathan Graham in the number 14 machine as the American finishes 14th. 15th going to go to Jorge Martinez at his home track here in Spain. As we move back to the 16th spot, it'll be Kent Nielsen, Andreas Henkel, Remy Garcia, and the final spot goes to Mitchell Welker in 19th. Thank you guys so much for a great race, and we want to thank y'all for having us fill in this week as we tried to do a little bit of justice for these guys. We want to thank you for letting us be a part of this race. Next week, guys, we're going to be heading over to Japan to the ever beautiful Suzuka circuit. What a epic track there in Japan, and should be a remarkable race. What a gorgeous track Suzuka is over in Japan. Been home to the Japanese Grand Prix many times, and so many legendary races have taken place at Suzuka. So next week, guys, same time, same place, right here on Sim Speed, we will be back for Suzuka Circuit for the iRacing Grand Prix. All right, guys, thank you so much for having us here with you. We really appreciate you letting us fill in, and we will be back next week for Round 11 action from the iRacing Grand Prix Series. I'm JD Smith, Kane Kraft with me. Y'all have a great night.
This is fantastic. This is GT racing right now.
He's got traction, he's going in the outside of both of them! Maloney!
Oh, he's taking Anderson. Anderson's up to
Oh
him.
my god! Oh! Big crash! Oh my goodness, half the field's gonna get rolled!
Second's very close. These guys are want to make their way through the field very quickly. Oh, there we go. Oh no! That's massive! This is it! This is over! I can't believe this! Oh my god!
God, what?